You're not going to like what I'm about to say. If you want to be a great leader, a really great leader, you have to be willing to hurt people. Not to harm them physically, but to grow. Real leadership is disruptive. It breaks comfort. It challenges beliefs. It causes discomfort on purpose. If your leadership never hurts, you're taking the easy way. This is a hard truth. Sometimes pain is the most powerful tool a leader has when used with wisdom, trust, and love. Let's get into it. Hey, my name is Greg from Renew. I'm a master coach helping people, teams, and organizations to know, design, and become themselves. Renew and I are here to help you live a life where you have control. We have romanticized the leader who uplifts without upsetting people. The leader who always smiles, inspires, and never ruffles feathers. The one who never makes anyone uncomfortable. Sounds nice, but that's also a trap. Because if you're committed to never causing pain, you're also committed to never challenging the systems, mindsets, and habits that need to be broken. That's not kindness, that's avoidance. Real leadership, transformational leadership, doesn't stay polite when the stakes are high. It confronts. It calls out comfort when comfort is the enemy of progress. I'm sure you can find a lot of things in your life that have hurt you, but at the same time, they have helped you grow. Think of it like this. Surgery hurts, but at the same time, it saves lives. Great leadership is emotional surgery. And if you're afraid to make a single emotional incision, how will you remove what's keeping your team sick? Coaching reflection for you. Where in your leadership are you choosing to be liked instead of doing the hard parts that you know is necessary? Have this micro exercise. Grab a pen, write down one decision you've avoided because it might upset someone. Now ask, what's the long-term cost of your silence? We're not here to inflict pain carelessly, but we are here to stop pretending that all growth feels good. Change sounds inspiring until it starts to cost something. And it always costs something. People want transformation, but not attention. Not the uncertainty, not the discomfort of letting go of what's familiar, even when it no longer serves them. Here's the truth. Growth is a loss. And loss hurts. Every meaningful leap, individually or organizationally, requires giving up comfort, identity, or control. That's pain. And if you lead people, you're the ones who trigger it. Or you're not leading. Take Elon Musk. Love him or hate him. He didn't lead Tesla by making people comfortable. That's quite obvious. He was relentless, unyielding. He fired quickly, pushed limits, created chaos, and reshaped an entire industry. Not because he wanted to hurt people, even if arguably he did, but because he refused to protect outdated ideas from extinction. It's like this. You can't plant new crops without first burning the old field. The fire clears the space for rebirth. Coaching question. What outdated belief, system, or process are you still protecting because you're afraid of the discomfort that comes with letting it go? And here is a small exercise. Pick one belief, system, or process and write down. What is it costing your team today? What future becomes possible if you dare to disrupt it? And ask yourself, will you choose comfort or evolution? You like this video so far? Then you know what to do. Also subscribe and put on notifications if you want to receive content like this every week. Check out other YouTube videos from famous YouTube channels in the video description. It's always good to take a look at a topic through multiple lenses. Not all pain is productive. Some pain breaks trust, burns people out, pushes them away. So let's be clear, great leaders hurt with precision, not recklessness. This is where optimal stress comes in, what psychologists call eustress. There's a sweet spot. Too little stress, people get bored, disengaged. Too much, they panic, shut down, burn out. But right in the middle, that's the zone where people stretch and grow. It's called the Yerkes-Dodson law. Performance increases with stress up to a point. Then it collapses. Your job as a leader, not to protect people from stress, but to dose it wisely. Like a good personal trainer, you don't throw them into injury, but you also don't let them coast. You stretch them just enough, right at the edge of their capability. Coaching reflection. Who on your team is bored right now, quietly disengaging? Who is overwhelmed, barely holding on? And do this exercise. Pick one person. Mark them on the stress performance curve. Bored, growing, breaking. Now ask yourself, what's one move you can make to shift them closer to the growth zone? Because leadership isn't about avoiding stress, it's about designing it for transformation, not trauma. Pain without trust feels like betrayal, but pain with positive intent, that's the sweet spot. The difference isn't what you do, it's in why and how you do it. Great leaders don't hurt people out of ego, they stretch people out of care. People will forgive discomfort if they believe it comes from love. But if they sense manipulation, control, or indifference, even the smallest challenge feels like an attack. This is why trust is a hidden engine of strategic leadership. Because trust transforms pain into purpose. If you want to hear more about how to build trust in your team, then check this out. A personal trainer pushes you to the edge because they believe in your potential, not because they enjoy watching you sweat. It's the same in leadership. When people know your intent is for their growth, they'll follow you through fire. When they doubt it, or you give pain but are not ready to go through pain yourself, they'll fight every step. A coaching question. Do your people know why you challenge them? Or do they just feel pushed? A micro exercise. Think of a tough decision you've made recently, one that caused discomfort. Now ask yourself, what was your true intent? Did you clearly communicate that intent? Say it, show it, repeat it. Because clarity builds trust, and trust makes pain survivable. When discomfort is delivered with care, courage, and clarity, it becomes a gift. Not every situation calls for disruptions. Not every person is ready to stretch. That's where wisdom separates good leaders from great ones. Great leaders don't just push. They read the room. They assess the moment. They adjust their style. This is the core of situational leadership. Your leadership should shift based on the motivational outlook of people you interact with. Adapt to their need for autonomy, relatedness, and competence. Much more about those three essential psychological needs right here. You don't lead a seasoned expert the same way you lead someone brand new in the company. You don't confront a burnout team the way you challenge a thriving one. Stretching someone in the wrong stage is not growth, it's sabotage. Teaching someone to swim, you don't throw them in the deep end on day one. You hold them until they're ready to paddle on their own. Coaching question. Where are you using the same leadership style for every person, every time? A small exercise. Pick one team member. Rate their competence, relatedness, and autonomy. Now match your approach. Do they need structure, support, challenge, autonomy? Here is a paradox. If you avoid hurting anyone, you'll hurt everyone eventually. Through stagnation, through silence, through playing small. The real danger isn't disruption. It's comfort that calcifies you and your organization. So here is an invitation. Don't fear being the one who challenges. Fear being the one who protects dysfunction. Because leadership at its core is conscious disruption. It's a willingness to break what's familiar to make space for what's better. But not with recklessness, with clarity, with empathy, with positive intent, and with a deep understanding of who is ready and who needs support. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry said, "If you want to build a ship, don't drum up people to collect wood. Teach them to yearn for the vast and endless sea." So go on and be the storm. I've mentioned briefly situational leadership earlier in the video. If you want to learn what is your leadership style and how to adapt to all situations work life throws at you, then check this out.